Hey everyone, welcome back. As always, my name is Oz. Today we are continuing on our playthrough of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. So, in the last few episodes we were doing an investigation into who killed Sayaka. Oh, and also, Junko was stupid and attacked Monokuma and she died. So sorry if you didn't watch that last episode, you need to go watch it. But in this one, we start the first class trial. So let's jump in. All right. We go through these doors into the first class trial. Let's do it. You're late, Makoto. We've been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. Yeah, I am innocent, dude. Totally innocent. There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? Who indeed? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? It sure is.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom.
Interesting.
Where all your fates will be decided.
Dun dun dun.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
I'm sure you will be, Monokuma. Let's just go. Let's just go. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator. Okay, Sakura.
Yes, indeed. Hey.
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started moving. The steel box descended with a heavy, clunking sound towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, it is not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. We are here!
You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Not even close.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up!
We did what he said and found our seats. Poor Sayaka and Junko. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. They're not really seats, everyone's standing. It was set up so everyone could see everyone, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and ease into anyone else, and the air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain of our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Set skills. Oh, we have skills? Hold on. Increase damage to the opponent when the statement is destroyed. Effectively during the bullet time. Okay. I only have the one. Okay, well, we'll set that one. I guess we're ready. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
I like the fact that this is voice acted. Nice.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? Going on with those pictures.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
How very sentimental of you, Monokuma.
Friendship penetrates?
Hifumi! Stop it!
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
Oh.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Huh. That seems highly suspicious.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Bahoo! It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, I do.
As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder, okay? Use the left stick to aim, and then fire with the Y button, okay? Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Oof. If you press the menu button during the arguments, you can review the controls. Okay, well then, good luck and have fun.
Oh, no. I have evidence of a struggle. Okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yes.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Sure did.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta try again. If you're unable to... the argument will repeat. Okay, so we have 15 minutes to do this, okay. Okay.
In the bathroom, so it seems the killer must have taken it. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
There we go. My God.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was
A struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
No.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
Indeed.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
We're not also as smart as you, Byakuya.
Sorry.
Hate him. Hope he dies.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
It's a knife.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
It is a real trial. Is that the same voice actor as Monokuma? They sound very similar. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. It was a knife. Kitchen knife. Yep.
So what was used? It was some kind of shot, without a doubt.
So the killer used some random knife.
No, it was a kitchen knife set. Counter! Break!
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Yes, it was literally still there, Mondo.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Yes, Mondo.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Not exactly, Leon. Not exactly.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we...
Well, we can talk all we want.
I don't think that's true at all.
You really believe?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere.
Oh, yes, please. You can concentrate by holding down the right bumper, okay? While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can play... Okay. It'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Okay, thank you. Focus gauge.
Aoi's account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Yep.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Not necessarily. Oh, I saw it. Oh. Aha.
No, it's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. And so you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
All right, all right.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Oh, Toko. Toko.
Idiot swimmer girl?
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Indeed.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
The bear.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So the accomplice still gets punished. Ooh.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Interesting.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rules?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
The bear has spoken.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
Interesting.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
Ooh, Sakura.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Yeah. The big, burly lady.
Right.
You look nervous, Leon.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Oh?
Just
What?
spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Aw.
Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
True.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Sakura is a girl!
I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Oh lord.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Ooh?
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? You talking about?
Sayaka.
Ooh.
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
So maybe Sayaka went and got a knife to protect herself, but then the killer ended up killing her with it. Sayaka! Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
Gun! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
Oh.
When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
She had laser eye focus
As
there.
she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Indeed.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
Probably.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Probably. That's what it seems like it.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
Well.
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Why do their faces jiggle like that? It's weird. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
There's so much evidence left.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like... Yes, I want to hear more.
Hangman's Gambit, eh? Things further into a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around, and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Oh god. Okay. Use the left stick to aim and the Y button to shoot. Okay, if you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to the influence gauge. Okay. If this gauge reaches 0, or you run out of time, you fail.
Good luck! That should have been at the scene, but wasn't. I know his hair, possibly? A Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Oh, it is hair. Okay.
Now I understand.
That one was easy. It's gonna get harder, I know, though. Oh, Lord.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Ooh. Good point.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
But she was dead in the
That
bathroom.
makes sense, does it not?
She was in the bathroom, Celeste.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true. Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Because someone cleaned it up.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Thank you, Kyoko. You have just proven that I am not the killer.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Yes.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Yeah, the doorknob was hanging off.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Broke the doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yep.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
That's a scary face you're making, Leon. I don't look at his eyes. They look strange.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko, you're so cool. I like her a lot. Said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here?
There's a bit to learn about non-stop. Oh, okay, sure, let's learn more. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. Oh, okay. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in the debate. Okay. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Okay. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower the trust. Okay. Alright. Here we go!
I can slow it down at least, though. Make your argument. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Sure did. Sure did.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
She was.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Indeed.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Boom!
No, it's wrong.
It is wrong. There's no lock on that room.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
There's no lock.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention it, that is true.
It is?
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup. True as true can be.
Thank you, Monokuma!
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
Such a cruddy door.
That's not lucky at all.
Nope.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck.
Yes.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Why? Because the nameplates got changed. Ooh.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The signs were changed.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Smart, smart.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Interesting.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
True.
That is a definite possibility.
Indeed.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Makoto couldn't have done it.
No, Toko, are you so embarrassed that you're wrong? That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
No.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Will, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Taka, you're an idiot. Hiro's an idiot too.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Indeed.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Why are you all down on Hina?
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
It was inside the room, you dummies.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
When did he say that?
Fine. How about this? The killer
I don't
got
remember
in
that.
the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Hifumi? No.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... Yeah. Yeah, this one.
Got it!
Because we switched rooms in the first place.
Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? I don't think that's her voice that I was using, but close enough.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
She wouldn't.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Oh?
Huh?
Huh?
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Sayaka? Oh, she took a scratching. There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room, Sayaka. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Huh.
And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
Ooh.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Oh, so she was trying to get someone to come in and kill Makoto. Oh.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then, that note... Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
Because she was trying to get you killed, Makoto.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
I'm sure, Hifumi. I'm sure.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Why do you think so, Celeste?
Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh, another non-stop debate. Okay, here we go. It's gonna be a long video. Dorm nameplates. Okay.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yep.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Oop, not that one. Shoot! Wrong one.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
But in the note, it specifically said, I see. So if something they would have gone to Sayaka's.
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
Aha!
No, it's wrong.
That's the right one. Break!
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Interesting.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Indeed it was.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Yep.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
No.
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who switched the nameplates. The only person who knew had switched. Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
Sad.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Yep. There's something I want to talk to you about. Check the nameplates. Okay.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
So they could blame the murder on Makoto.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
Yes.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because... yeah, this one.
I got it!
I got it!
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
Indeed.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room, and what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear.
There's a bit more to... oh, okay. Yes. Are you getting... yeah, starting. I'll start loading multiple truth bullets. Multiple, okay. Just like with the weak spot, only one of the bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right spots. Okay. If you come up with the wrong combination, sure. Left bumper. Okay. For our purposes, okay.
Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword.
Uh-huh.
And that's when the first blow was dealt.
Sure.
A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
Broke out.
The culprit...
And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's wrong.
Was that... okay, I did the right one. Woo!
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Very smart.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Which I think was Sayaka. I think Sayaka had the knife first. And she attacked first.
So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka, so she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
No, I don't think that's
Sorry,
it.
but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Me either, Kyoko. I think she had the knife.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Her hands.
I got it!
Her palms.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palm?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
Keep up, Hina. Keep up.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Your personality is very ugly, Toko.
No, that's not it at all.
Wash your gold coating off her hands because... certain regulation that... the water was off.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
We've been here for like a week. What?
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Toko, you're nasty.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
It wasn't meant as a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Yeah, she was gonna kill whoever she invited into the room.
But
and
we
blame it on
already
you,
said that
Makoto.
the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Yep.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Yep.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Sayaka, she was crafty.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
I do believe you are correct, Celeste.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She
Indeed.
wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
It would?
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
Indeed it does.
For one thing, even if if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Makoto? I'm sorry, bro, you got played.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Oh.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Makoto, I know you had goo-goo eyes on her, but focus, man.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
Monokuma, please.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Are you stupid, Makoto? There's tons of clues left. Ugh. Alright, guys. I am going to break it up into 2 parts, or else this will be an hour-and-a-half long episode, and I don't think anyone wants to watch an hour and a half of me playing this game. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone would. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content just like this. I will see you all next time. Bye!